streamers. Today, we're reacting to a video discussing Twitch streaming and how it could be not going downhill, but just the complete issues of Twitch right now and how competitive it is and how to step above that competition. I hope you enjoyed the video. I also got very sidetracked with chat a couple of times talking about video editing and content creation and such. So you've been warned. I also yap way too much just in general. You've also been warned about that. If you want to check out the original video, I highly recommend you do before you watch my reaction. It'll be linked at the top of the description as well as the original creator. With all that being said, if you do enjoy staying, feel free to drop a like and a sub. And also, I go live 3 days a week on Twitch. Would love to have you over there. That'll be the third link in the description. And with all that being said, enjoy. Are we ready? You ready? My bad. My bad. It kind of just sounds like I'm moaning. Okay, this guy Michael Fayer Jr. He be doing all sorts of tutorials and stuff. I'm interested to see what he has to say. OMG, I can't believe you're still streaming on Twitch. And if I agree with it or not, he's a real one, chat. If you want to go check him out, here you go. I'm going to leave you a link. Also, if I make this a YouTube react, I hope you all enjoy. Welcome into the channel. My name's Chris. We're about Good Vibes here. Okay, we're like 9 hours into stream, so please forgive me if my brain is not firing all cylinders. If you want to check out this dude's channel or the video, both will be linked right at the top of the description. Right below that is my Twitch stream. If you want to go by sometime I go live 3 days a week. Also, fair warning, I talk too much. So there you go. You've been warned. I'm tired. Go to sleep, Chucky. Hit a honk shoe. I'll join you in a little bit. I already slept, for like 4 hours, dude. You gotta go back to sleep, man. You gotta go back to sleep, man. All right, let's see what's going on here, dude.
April, it's freezing. I guess it's time to make the videos. Hello, my YouTube friends. So I had this great video idea that I was gonna...
Wait, is that a predator right behind him? A what? Yes, sir, Mike. Yes, sir. You just getting off of work, King? Yeah, we'd be putting in a full shift like that. Sorry, my roommate was screaming about being gay in the other room or something. Oh, dude, hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Rise up. You know what I'm saying?
Produce that would be called I Can Double Your Twitch Views.
Guys, I think I need to start doing vlogs like this guy does. Because I got to lock in again, man. I'm starting to fall asleep again. Back to Rivals, I guess. Good luck, brother. Good luck. I do the same shit, but with Madden. Whenever I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule or some shit, stay awake, I'll just be like, damn, dude, I can like turn my brain off fully. But it's like kind of like just barely keeping me awake. It's like low-key life support for my brain. Now yet another 40 minutes. Ew, you got that though, King.
Views almost overnight.
Okay.
And of course, if you're watching this, you know that that's not the title of this video.
I was about to say, I feel like I got clickbait. I thought we were about to open up into a whole nother discussion. I was going to talk about like how lame it is. I think that people are discouraging people from streaming on Twitch. They're like, start on YouTube or something like that, you know? Which he might be like, let's multi-stream or something like that.
So you might wonder what actually happened.
Okay,
well, the basis for that video was a very simple marketing technique that always works and some simple planning to generate more interest in your streams. So with this idea...
Oh, he's going to teach me about titling. Okay.
Mind, I went off to Twitch to find streams that would verify this whole idea. And of course, when I searched for streams that were basically streaming to no one, it totally verified exactly what I was thinking. People with no viewers were spending absolutely no time on titles or anything to do with producing and...
Dude, I am telling you, if you want to make your stream basically like a production, like a TV show, and that's something that I've like consciously not been doing as much, but I did in January, where basically you have a title of like a challenge that you're doing, put it in the title, you let people know what's going on, you keep track of it somewhere on the screen. Like over here, it's all messed up because the font's messed up, but like, you know, the little sips thing over there, maybe you put a speed run timer, like that kind of stuff, dude. And you constantly be trying to like work, your viewership will go up easily. Your viewership will go up. Now, me personally, I found out that that's not very fulfilling for me. And I looked back and I was like, hey, if this is all the content that I do, I'm not going to want to stream if I ever get any type of a following. I thought it would be like a cool thing. I tried it out and I still do challenges from time to time because I do think those are fun. But I don't do them all the time like I used to. But yeah, I saw a huge growth in viewership. If I'll come back before you end stream, have a good one, homie, and to chat. Stay as positive as you can. And y'all got this. Yo, thank you, Julian. I appreciate you a ton, brother. I watch 3 movies during my shift. W, bro. W. But yeah, man. Titles are super important on Twitch because you never know when you're going to get into a recommended section. That's why I always try and like still make my titles like somewhat descriptive of what we're going to be doing. But I think I need to make them more clickbaity. The other thing is some people don't even think about their titles and don't even plan their streams at all. Usually when I stream, like I have this playlist full of like watch on stream, like I have one general thing that I'm going to do in the beginning of stream at minimum. And sometimes I plan it down to the React, the game, like every single game. Like if I'm going to play a bunch of indie games, I'll plan it like that. I think that's the big thing is like just trying to learn how to manage your time on stream or like manage your ideas. Also, another thing is if you feel like you're barely keeping your head above water with streaming, take a day off. Plan a day off a week, 2 days off a week, 3 days off a week. Literally streaming 3 days a week for me is amazing. If I got the opportunity to like do streaming as full time again, not like, you know, most of my time while every now and then I shoot a music video to pay my bills, I would without a doubt. Macho, yo, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you, dude. Welcome in. I without a doubt would do 4 days a week, but I would make sure I keep 3 days a week off. I used to be an everyday streamer. Like literally I would be active probably like 29 out of 30 days, like type shit. I just don't think it's healthy realistically. Like, especially if you're averaging over like, you know, 100 viewers, hell yeah, dude. Stream 4 or 5 days a week. Don't kill yourself though, dude. Plus scarcity is also a real thing with it, which is something that I realize now. I'm doing like really long streams and whatnot, but I'm doing it because I personally really enjoy it, and I think that the content that I make inside a stream can then go to YouTube and then will in turn make more people come over to the Twitch or just grow the YouTube channel, right? But again, when I was like growing the most on Twitch from just doing Twitch stuff or mostly doing just Twitch stuff, right? It was when I streamed 4 hours, 5 hours max would be like the longest stream I would do. I'd be like, okay, I'm done. Scarcity is a real thing. Also, it was when I was streaming 2 days a week, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, the more effort I put into my stream, the less people watched my stream. As soon as I get home, I'm taking a fat shit. I read this as shit. Oh, a fat hit. No, I read it as shit too. Yeah, Chucky, I think it's hard because that's the other thing is like you can put a lot of effort into streams and then you don't get the payout, which is why I never watch view count until after the fact. Like I didn't know that I had a good January until February. Like I literally didn't. I literally was just locked in, at least if I remember correctly. I mean, maybe I checked once and I was like, oh, they're in a good direction. But yeah, I literally went from like averaging 10 viewers to 20 viewers. Now I average like around 14, 15, but that is literally because I went from streaming 2 days a week for 4 to 5 hours to streaming 3 days a week, 6 to 12. Like literally like all of my streams are over 8 hours at this point, just because I've been really loving it again. I mean, there may be a point where I burn out, but I kind of have a better understanding of burnout now, thanks to watching Dr. K. And I wish I could do a good job of summarizing it for you, but basically you just need to do the shit that makes you happy is the most simple way to say it. And really think about it. Like don't, like literally play whatever fucking game you like, react to whatever the fuck you want, make whatever content on stream. And if you can have a outside factor that you can work on that you aren't attached to the outcomes of, for me, YouTube, right? And I'm still working on this for short form, but long form, I definitely have this somewhat reined in, is like, I stream and I'm thinking this is going to be content for YouTube or this could be like a short form. And then if those videos bomb, I'm not attached to that outcome, but I was attached to making that content because I liked making the content in the moment. Like this video right now, we're literally a minute into this video. I don't really see this as like a, you know, like a reaction where I'm going to be like XQC. That's why I said I talk a lot. I said that in the intro of this one, right? We recorded a couple of these, sorry. It's because I do. I will literally just sit here and yap about this and my opinions on it. You know, it's less of a XQC style reaction. We're like, oh, that's crazy. Oh, that's a good point. Oh, dude, whatever. And it's like a open discussion, you know? Because I'm like, okay, if I make this a YouTube video and it does somewhat well, then maybe there'll be somebody that like rocks with my personality, you know? But maybe it doesn't do well. And this is just me having an open conversation. And maybe one day somebody will watch this video when it has fucking 8 views on the channel, you know? Who knows? Or maybe just chat will enjoy yapping with me, which is also why I am so adamant about reading chat even when I'm doing like reaction videos like this that I know could get possibly 1,000 views or more. Anywho, yo, Macho, thank you so much again for the follow, dude. How are you doing tonight, brother? If you're still hanging, or if you want to lurk, no worries. You ain't got to worry about yapping. Just know I appreciate you, dude. All right, let's continue. Sorry, I've been so yapping so hard.
Interesting stream that makes people want to click. The real problem with the video was exposed when I went to look at people that were getting hundreds or even thousands of views on their live streams. A vast majority of these people weren't spending any time on any of those things either. Their titles and everything were just as garbage as the people who
Hell yeah,
weren't
Mike.
getting any views. Needless
Oh.
to say, I was absolutely shocked by the result. But it got me thinking, how exactly were these people pulling thousands of viewers using absolutely horrible titles that weren't any better than the people who were getting 0 viewers? There had to be.
Chad, you guys see how this guy's got gray hair, right? And he's wearing an Anthrax shirt, you know, a band that was really, really popular like 20, 30 years ago. And he's making content and shit. That's going to be me, by the way. Just want to let you guys know. That's going to be me in one way or another.
A reason. Well, I'm pretty sure I found it, and you may
Ooh.
not like it, but I'm going to share it with
Ruh-roh.
you today. So you know what? Let's get to it! So before I dig into the data, I want to use a little bit of common sense to try to figure out why all the top streamers have gotten so unbelievably
He's stressing too much about his views. That's why he got gray hair.
lazy with the way that they set up their streams.
Ooh.
And without looking at any data at all, comment.
I've actually been meaning, to be so honest with you guys, I don't watch Twitch streams. I will watch my friends' streams from time to time, and that is it. That is all I will ever do. I'll watch the people we raid for a little bit, even if I just met them, right? That kind of shit. I don't watch streamers, ever. I've never watched streamers. I never have, you know, I don't currently, but I want to start watching more of the, like, big streamers and be like, okay. And then watch my streams back some and be like, okay, how can I improve here?
Common sense tells me that there must not be a lot of new viewers coming into the Twitch platform. Just based on the fact that these
I watched a video the other day, and basically, like, Twitch, here's the thing, is like Twitch kind of did this during the pandemic, and it's kind of done this, right? And it's like kind of continued to down spiral. And he's like, yeah, now this is probably why you're seeing a decrease in viewership. Like, it's a platform thing as a whole. And then he's like, but here's the thing, don't be super depressed, because without the influx of the pandemic, this is where Twitch was, you know, projected to be at this point. And it's literally the exact, like, literally it's like the one goes like this, and they both meet right where we're at right now. Now it is on a downturn, so a little bit like it's continuing to go like this. So hypothetically, it should go back up. One of the main things that is a problem right now on viewership is the mobile app being so bad. Like, that is literally, like, the dude had the data. I'll try and find this video. Maybe we could watch it on stream, because I was literally thinking to myself, like, oh, this would be actually good to watch on stream. But yeah, like, literally the mobile app, them completely changing it, did the opposite effect. Like, it hurt their viewership. Before the end of my shift, enjoy the rest of your day. But yo, I appreciate you, Mike. You enjoy the rest of your work day, bro. I hope you get some good rest whenever you do, dude. Thank you for hanging out for a few. You're a fucking real one. Because I think you need to be a Twitch viewer to understand us. Yeah, maybe. Maybe, dude.
Setups are so unbelievably low effort. In other words, most of these big streamers weren't making any effort to bring in new viewers because there aren't any on Twitch. And in some ways, psychology kind of works in their favor on this too. Because if there were any new viewers, the first streams they were going to check out are going to be the ones that have the most viewers.
Yeah.
So they pretty much...
Really, the only way for there to be new viewers found just on Twitch, I said this earlier when we were doing the other react, is either you stream in a game that has a cult fan base, right? Or a cult following, like Fallout New Vegas for me. Now, I don't know if it might be overcrowded now because of the Fallout TV show and shit like that. But for me, when I was first coming up on Twitch in like 2019, 2018, right? There's hardly anyone streaming in Fallout New Vegas. So you know what the fuck I did? I streamed in fucking Fallout New Vegas, dude. Shout out one of my OG viewers, Kale, for gifting me Fallout New Vegas when, you know, Bethesda wasn't like, or Xbox didn't own Bethesda, and that shit was on sale on Steam with all the DLCs for like $3 one year for Christmas. Dude gifted it to me. That shit like exponentially boosted my Twitch viewership, right? I literally went from like being like a 3 viewer Andy to like exponentially. I like doubled it. I was like a 6 viewer Andy after that. I bounced between like 5 and 8 viewers, and then I also started like playing Minecraft, and then that boosted me up to like around the 10-ish average viewer range. I could probably look at my stats. So that was one way. And then the next way that boosted me way up was when the COVID boom happened, I played Among Us for years. It's literally the ways that you grow on Twitch, and you hope that you get put into recommended from time to time. Recommended, and see, I fell off super hard here. I'm getting these little bot messages. Buy cheap viewers. Buy cheap viewers. Which is why I'm focused on YouTube. But yeah, you pray for the recommended to give you a boost, but that is the way that you do it. You either, yo, ETE, thank you for the bit, brother. Appreciate you. Oh my God, 3 years, 2 months, 7 days. Yep. Wait, ETE, do you remember what I was playing when you followed me perchance? If not, no worries, dude. Welcome in, bro. Thanks for stopping back in. But that is literally how I grew my following was Follow New Vegas, and then I did Playing with Viewers and Among Us. And that is how you do it. Cult, classic game, or Playing with Viewers. And even, oh, Montclair Bear? Dude, hell yeah, man. Dude, shout out Montclair Bear. That was 3 years ago. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Dude, we were playing Minecraft Hypixel the other night, dude. Every now and then I get super high and we play Hypixel for a little bit. Do you still play Minecraft and Hypixel and shit, ET? Dude, thanks for stopping in again, man. Feel free if you want to tap in on the content some more. We got a Discord as well as I got a YouTube channel where I upload 2 daily. Feel free to tap in on those, dude. Appreciate you for stopping back in, bro. But yeah, either playing a game with a cult following or playing a game with the viewers, right? And sometimes neither work. So, oh, bro, I do vaguely remember you. Yeah, vaguely, dude. I remember you being in chat and like chopping it up with you some. How have you been? What's new? How's life? But yeah, that is basically the only way to grow on Twitch. That is why I'm so focused on YouTube right now. And even, here's the other thing with YouTube, is even if YouTube doesn't eventually bring viewership to my Twitch, it is bringing viewership to my YouTube channel right now. Like, even though it's mostly short form, I'm getting almost 320,000 monthly viewers, right? Or monthly views, which is insane to me. Even if it's shorts, I don't care. I'm gonna mess around. I'm gonna test the waters and see where's this gonna happen. I'm gonna have a dead YouTube channel. I'm gonna start another one. Okay, and it's simple editing. I'm probably spending max 8 to 10 hours a week doing it. Okay, editing for the channel. I'm gonna send it. It's been all studies. Oh shit, dude. Are you still in like high school or are you in college? That's fair though. That is fair, dude. W locking in. I'm trying to think of what else. I'm trying to think if I have any other advice like that. But yeah, that's been where I've been focused at. I think he's super right about that. Is like it's very rare to get pure viewership from Twitch unless you're doing one of those 2 methods or you get lucky with recommended. But most of the time it's just pushing bigger streamers or partners. So
no, they're already going to attract any new viewers that come to Twitch just based on the fact that they have more viewers than anyone else.
That is true.
So I know you might be thinking, Mike, that's just speculation.
Oh yeah, the other one is like obviously the viewer that like wants to interact with the streamer, which will happen from time to time. But the thing is like if you aren't trying to market yourself to those people or sticking out in any way, right? They could just randomly pick some other streamer. There's rows and rows of streamers probably with your same viewership or around the same viewership that they could be like, well, this one. ED, thank you for the bits, dude. You're doing my A levels? Oh shit, dude.
You can't possibly know that. And to that I'd say, well, yes and no. There has to be a reason why established streamers who know the game are just basically mailing it in. And while nobody...
Do you want to know the first thing that I do whenever I find a streamer that has like plus 50 viewers? I literally look at their description and I find what social media made them pop off. I never, ever, ever believe, or if it's not on there, I know they collabed. I know they collabed with a bigger content creator, or they collabed with a bunch of smaller ones around their size, right? Because there is no way that you organically grow more than like, I don't know, 100 average viewers, right? Like not off of Twitch. There's literally no way. Have a good time, man. Hope streaming's going well for you too, man. Yo, I appreciate you, dude. It honestly has, bro. It honestly has overall. I really can't complain. Being so far into this shit, can't complain one bit, dude. I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping back in. Thanks for the bits. Thanks for checking up, dude. Feel free to stop in any fucking time. But yeah, I really believe that you grow an audience off of the Twitch platform itself or collabs. I guess that's another way you could grow organically on Twitch, but you have to make friends first, you know? I feel like a lot of the times the only reason I've been lucky enough to make friends on Twitch is because I have like a bigger, not like a bigger following, but like, you know, I can rate people like 8 to like 15 viewers. And then if we're like kind of in the same bracket, sort of, then they'll like collab with me, or if they stop it on a stream, they'll be like, oh, you're bearable, I guess, you know?
He seems to track any information on actual new viewers to Twitch. There is other data that is tracked that supports this conclusion. In fact, the numbers that you can actually find that are tracked make it kind of worse than I'm describing here. So let's take a look at the numbers. Now, the data I'm going to be looking at is
I think he's literally about to look at very similar data to the video I was watching the other day.
Twitch tracker, and it just says Twitch statistics and charts. And right here in the overview, we can see that just this month or so,
there we go.
We've got 2.2 million viewers on Twitch with a maximum of 3.9. And we can go basically month to month, and you can see.
Yo, let me look at my Twitch stat tracker really quickly. It'll probably pop. Oh, no, it doesn't. I thought, wait, is this? Oh, no, it won't. I thought it was going to pop up because I have checked this a good amount. The XQC's popped up there. I don't know why I kept checking XQCs a lot. Christian TG92. Here we go. Live right now for 3 viewers. No, just kidding. We got lurkers. Yeah, okay, so I'm down. I'm below 15 average. Month, though, I'm on 15 average. Down 19%. But yeah, you know, you can look at the graph here. Oh, February was the month that it was really good. Oh, yeah, I think I looked at it halfway through. Top 1.3% through 5%. Yeah, that's me. Yeah. How many... Does it show my... Hello? Oh, thank you. Very kind. Does it show how many hours I've streamed overall? 6,283. It's so funny because I really feel like I am just now getting a grasp. Like, I thought in here, right, I had like a good grasp on Twitch streaming and whatnot, right? But like, I really feel like 6,000 hours in is the oh, dude, actually looking at average viewers like this makes me feel so much better right now. Holy fuck. I feel like it's the best quality streams I've ever done now. Like, I feel like it's the most entertaining. It's the most fun that it's ever been. So yeah, I don't know. Sorry, not important at all. I'm getting super off track. Let's tap back in on this.
See how this goes up and down. You know, the peak was obviously right in the pandemic area, and it's been relatively steady for the last year or so. But when we start to get into this viewers plus streamers, well, it tells a little bit of a difference.
Oh, is that viewers to streamers? Viewers, streamers ratio. Oh,
story.
fuck.
So the blue line is streams. So that's the number of people actively streaming. The green line is viewers. And you can see right here that when we start to get down here into the last year or two, we've got nearly as many streamers as there are viewers. And in some cases, we've got more streams than views. So if we look here at this ratio, it's getting closer and closer to 0. So there's 23 viewers theoretically for every stream, which means there's a lot of streams that are just getting 0 viewers so that the big guys can get their 23 or mostly 100, 1,000, 2,000. If a stream's getting 2,000...
You know what would be an interesting stat to see? How many new partners there are on Twitch. That would actually be an amazing stat to have, because that would really test the bandwidth of growth on Twitch for smaller content creators. And they would probably, I mean, at least not right now, ever leak that, right? Or let that be released. I mean, maybe they do. I actually have no clue, but I don't think they would, because I don't think it would be an encouraging number right now.
1,000 viewers, there's a lot of these folks that aren't getting any. Now, I'm not sure this Twitch growth thing really tells us a whole heck of a lot, because as you can see, concurrent viewers is consistently going down. But I think right here will tell you everything that you really need to know. So right here we have the average concurrent viewers, and of course here is the average concurrent channels that are streaming. So if we have, you know, 2.3 million viewers at any given time on Twitch, and we have nearly 97,000 streamers, that's not a particularly good ratio. But it gets even worse when you look at this. So this is the number of active streamers. In other words, people who stream on Twitch on a relatively regular basis. Over 7 million active streamers.
Wait, to average so that's average, so okay, that's...
But there's only 2.3 million active viewers.
Well, maybe he's going to clarify. But I feel like I just realized this. Okay, so yes, that is insane, right? Right, that there's 7.2 million people going live, right? On a somewhat, I would imagine that's probably like, once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, something like that, right? But the average concurrent isn't like, average. That isn't like the same number, right? That's like average concurrent, like average online, at all times, every month is 2.3 million. Which again is still not good, but like just hearing these numbers, like active streamers 7.2 million to active viewers 2.3 million. What? You really gotta think for a second. At least I did. I was like, wait, hold on, let me think.
So if there's that many active streamers and that many active viewers, Sure, some of these viewers may watch more than one stream or something like that, but it's not a whole heck of a lot of viewership to go around to that many streamers, which is basically what I'm saying. The viewers are not going up. The average viewers are actually going down. The active streamers, the number of people trying to reach an audience, continues to go up. Now, if we go up here and we look at the viewers, I think this is pretty telling right here. You can see the 2025 mark, and it's on a pretty steep decline.
Jesus Christ.
Viewership is down. Now, this could have something to do with the landscape that we're experiencing in games. Nothing is particularly good, but you could see, you know, from 2022, COVID hits, and we've been up here ever since. This is by far the lowest that we've seen. And I don't expect that that's just going to magically turn around and go up. I think we're probably going to be somewhere in here over the next year or so.
I disagree with that. Wait, actually, where did he say?
Turn around and go up. I think we're probably going to be somewhere in here.
Is he saying like close to 1.5 mil? I don't think it's going to drop that dramatically. I think like 1.8, 1.9, 2 mil, somewhere in there. I don't think it's going to drop that drastically. I also think if they can stop, as Adriak would say, having too many chefs in the kitchen with these like mobile updates and things that they're doing, I think it could be good. I think Twitch is actually doing a relatively good job right now at making sharing content to other platforms easier, which will drive more people to the platform. I think they're just like Emmett Shear, basically, like if they had a Dan Clancy build, right? Somebody who's actually trying to like somewhat improve the platform instead of just like let it live where it was. In 2020, this platform would be probably in a totally different state. Now, I'm not saying that Dan Clancy is perfect, okay, in Clancyville, okay? No. I'm sure there's many ways that Dan Clancy could be better, but he's at least somewhat trying to make changes and shit like that, which is admirable. I think, you know, I think it's fair, CEO of a big fucking tech company, to make fun of him and call him into like account and like whatever a lot. But I think a lot of people do go overboard because like I think the thing about Dan Clancy is he shows his face way more than Emmett Shear. So his like the thought of him is in the public or like the Twitch's public mind more than Emmett Shear. But Emmett Shear was like one of the worst CEOs that I personally have somewhat kept track of while they were CEO, right? I won't say ever or like whatever, but like me personally, like keeping track of like, okay, I am putting a majority of my eggs in this platform. What's our CEO doing? Fucking nothing. He hates the platform. He doesn't exist in the platform at all. There's nothing that he's doing to show that he even cares about the platform one bit. That's why I went on YouTube for a while, is because I'm forgetting his name, but he was the head of YouTube Gaming, and he like actually gave a fuck, and then he quit like a month after I started streaming on YouTube, which was pretty ass. But the Glizzy Grifter just sent me a friend request. Epic sauce. But yeah, dude, I think it would be in a much better place. I think that Twitch is trying to get it figured out. Like, they are now like, okay, we have a problem. We have to grow. We're going to make that known. Not fucking, again, fuck Emmett Shear. Fuck that guy.
Over the next year or so. So it's not a particularly good sign as to where we're going on Twitch with viewers, and it's certainly a very difficult landscape when you consider the fact that viewers are going down and streamers, well, they're going up or staying the same.
Yeah.
So those numbers actually paint a pretty bleak picture of where things are on Twitch if you want to be a live streamer. However, if you're committed and you understand that in order to find an audience, you're going to have to take it from another streamer, there are definitely opportunities for you to be successful on Twitch. Especially considering the fact that the bigger streamers are just putting in zero effort at this point. If you were to use a strategy of planning, entertaining, and repurposing, you could definitely find in today's Twitch landscape. So let's talk about it. Planning. If you're going to grow and bring in viewers from...
This is basically what I was doing. And I do want to move more to this at least once a week. At least once a week. Planning out like a entertaining stream where I know what the fuck I'm doing, at least for a couple hours. Basically just planning out a simple challenge of what you're doing. Like, and it doesn't even have to be crazy, dude. Like, I was doing fucking Hogwarts Legacy. Like, if somebody says wand, I take a sip. Like, that or broom, I take a sip. Right? So if I said broom or somebody in the game said broom, I just took a sip of a drink. Those videos were crushing. I'd average like 30 viewers, dude. Something like that is so much different than anyone's fucking doing on Twitch right now.
from the existing Twitch viewer base.
Or a challenge, like you can mod a game and do a challenge or like a speed run or something like that. You know, again, I mean, speed run's just a basic speed run, in my opinion. If you're good at it, that's awesome, and like you should do that if that's fun to you. And that is why also I'm not doing these as many challenges, because I'm just kind of doing what makes me happy right now and trying to figure it out as I go, shooting baskets as I go. But oh my god, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, speedrunning, right? If you're good at it, do it. But I think that speedrunning sometimes can just be kind of bland, like basically like you're playing a game, but way more skilled, you know? It's like some people enjoy watching tens, you know, be crazy, or other pro gamers, and then some people are like, this is boring as fuck. They just shoot gun well, you know? I feel like it's sometimes the same with speedrunning for like a general audience. Where if you do like a simple challenge that is easily understandable for most people, and it's also something where you can be messing around with chat and talking to them, then it's way more fun.
You can't just go live. The good old Tuesday stream just isn't going to work.
Every fucking video I watch, I catch a stray. Dude, what the hell? Dude, the Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday formula's been working pretty well for me, man.
You're gonna need to pick
Not really, I'm down 19% viewership. Fuck, never mind. Keep talking to me, big guy.
Games wisely and create stream objectives and consequences for every single stream. A stream objective is a goal that you want to accomplish.
You know what I just realized? And I think I'm going to hit the little clip button so that I remember this idea that I have, right? I think that I just need to do this in an overall setting, right? Where I can like put it in the title or something like, if I say this word, I have to take a sip of a drink, or I have to do a push-up, or that's another thing, is like do something that's not destructive. Do some like push-ups or sit-ups or jumping jacks or something. Don't just be drinking or smoking or whatever too much in these challenges. But like if I say this word, I have to do jumping jack. If I say this word, I have to do a sit-up. Or if this thing happens on stream, I have to do, which is also what worked really well for me. I just remembered I used to do like griddying for every follow, or hitting the whip for every follow, and it would work. So just doing something different, something to keep people entertained, where they're like, oh, this thing could trigger this event and I'm here for it, or I can influence it. Like, you know, if I say broom, people would try and sneak broom into like sentences while I would read, especially when I got buzzed. I'd be like, you know, I get the broom and dustpan today to take, or like, yeah, my mom was being such a bitch today. Like, Chris, can I get your advice on something? My mom was being such a bitch today. She wouldn't let me use the vacuum cleaner. She made me use the broom and dustpan. And I'd be like, oh, fuck, you know? Shit like that. Just that people feel like they can get involved, which I think is why words on stream is beautiful for BRB. If any streamers are listening to this right now, tap it on words on stream. Just literally Google it. I thought I was going to have to like download something. No, it's literally just log into Twitch. You can let that shit fly on a BRB screen, or even if you're just messing around with chat and having a good time. Shout out my boy Spike for putting me on.
Publish in game or otherwise on your live stream. So maybe.
And then if you do, by the way, if you do what he's saying and do that, then you can make it YouTube content. You don't even listen. When I started doing this shit, I was like, oh my god, I have to edit it so well and yada yada. No, dude. Even if you're just fucking editing inside of Twitch, right? And the thing is like an entertaining challenge, and you're trying your best to be entertaining. Just edit that thing in Twitch with their video producer. Here, I'll literally show you really quickly how you can do it. I do it with clips most of the times. I literally grab clips. I got to remember to upload a clip, by the way, while I'm at it, because I've been trying to upload every couple of hours to short form. You can go into your video producer here, which, by the way, they have it limited now, but it's fine if you just upload the videos in time. You can connect your YouTube channel. Hello? Isn't my internet die? No, my computer's just dying. Well, you can literally go in here, click on this, and then click highlight and make highlights, and then you can upload them directly to YouTube. You can do the same thing with your VODs. But yeah, literally do that with challenges or whatever type of, you know, content you're doing. Just upload it to YouTube. It doesn't hurt anything. Make it a decent title. You don't even need to make a thumbnail, or just get a fucking photo of the game and upload it. Or edit it a little bit. What I do is I literally add, there's this application called Diffuser. I'll go in there and it makes photos look a little more like film. I'll go and adjust a little bit. I'll add a simple S-curve, which you can Google like how to make S-curve in Photoshop or Canva or whatever you use. And I'll add a little bit of vibrancy and I'll be like, all right, good. Sometimes I'll like, you know, cut things out and make it interesting, or sometimes I'll put my face on it, but not really, dude. And honestly, the YouTube channel is like 300,000 views, dude, in a month. Up almost 100 subs.
Finish level 10 of whatever game in less than 8 minutes by 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Consequences are things that happen if you fail. They could be something like...
Oh, he's going all out. Yeah, this is like, you're actually really thinking of some good challenges.
I dye my hair blue, or I eat an expired 10-year-old Pop-Tart.
What?
So I'll finish level 10 in under 8 minutes
couldn't do
or I'll
that.
eat this caterpillar is
What?
gonna get a lot more clicks than a Tuesday stream and chill title. Now, entertaining.
Yes.
Energy is absolutely the key here.
Dude, I know that Pirate Software is in like a iffy point right now, but he said something that like literally made me feel so validated one time when he was talking to Dr. K. Not the most recent time where Dr. K was ripping him a new one. But the first time he said he had like a boom with his game because Jacksepticeye played it, and then he like lost all that viewership. So he was like, I'm determined to be like good and funny or like good and entertaining. So I started watching stand-up comedians do crowd work. And that made me feel so validated because I had been doing the same thing to make me be more funny. I genuinely think like if you somewhat enjoy stand-up comedians doing crowd work, I think just watching stand-up comedians do crowd work, if you're trying to be funny in general, will be a net positive, right? As long as you don't take things too seriously. And also, if you're a streamer, pretty much your whole job as a streamer, if you have an active chat or even somewhat active chat, like my chat's, you know, everybody's asleep right now because I'm 9 hours into stream at 7 a.m. I don't have a fucking early audience, right? But if you have an active chat or somewhat active chat, it's basically just crowd work the whole time. Like that's all you're doing. And it'll make you way more funny. Even just in general, just like thinking about like watching comedians and how they think of like funny things to say about random like they'll ask somebody what their job is and then have something funny to say about that. You can do that with games, dude. Just make fun of random people in the game. Be entertaining if you can.
You need to be high octane, high energy for the entire stream.
I'm kind of failing at that right now. I'm kind of delivering all this in monotone voice. I'm sorry.
Even when no one's watching. If you can only manage that for an hour, then only stream for an hour.
That's another thing is you build up stamina as you go on streams. Like when I first started, I could only stream really like somewhat high energy for an hour. Now I'm, you know, it's 9 hours in, and probably if I was smart and drank some more caffeine, I could probably be more high energy and go longer, but it's all a part of it, dude. Also, like, you have to be kind to yourself like anything in life. When you get into a new thing, you can't be great at it from the start. You're going to be boring. You're going to be not funny. It's fine, dude. Just go for it. Just go for it. And don't be afraid to upload. Again, don't be afraid to upload that shit to YouTube, dude. Let it be a growing period. I also would say if you're worried about like making high quality content on YouTube and not getting the two mixed up, make 2 channels. That's what I do. I made 2 channels. I have like a main one where I'll upload like high quality stuff whenever I want to make something high quality, which I should be more consistent with, but I'm not. It's all part of figuring this shit out myself. And then I have like a TV or a live channel, like your name and then live or TV. Or if you want to get like real goofy, slop. That's like what I call the channel that I use. Like literally the command is explanation slop is what leads you to the channel I've been most active on. Because this is what I call it. I'm just like, yo, I'm just uploading. I'm trying to make it somewhat high quality and I'm uploading just everything. Literally all the segments for my stream that I think are worthy that someone might be like, yeah, I'll throw this on in the background. I upload there. Which might not be the advice that you want to hear, and it's probably not the advice that this guy's going to give you, but that's been my approach recently.
Now, your goal and the consequences should be more than entertaining enough to keep everything pretty interesting. And if
Which, by the way, I just want to say, again, I think I said it, but I've made almost $50 this month on YouTube ad rev, which to some people, that is literally nothing, but to some people, that's their cell phone bill. Which is the way that I see it is like, if I can like do this shit, and I somewhat enjoy making it, and I definitely enjoy streaming making this content, and it can pay one of my bills, oh, it's worth it. 100%. Are you fucking kidding me?
Isn't, then get harder goals. Now, structuring your stream like this has another really beneficial effect. It makes the third part of our strategy really easy. And of course, that's repurposing. With an exciting goal and fun consequences, creating a YouTube video should be pretty easy. The best YouTube videos tell a story, and you planned one already. You just have to edit it up and highlight the best parts. And then you can clip it out even smaller for viral short moments. Big moments of success or failure. I mean,
you can make it into viral short moments that you upload to social media, and you can literally feed it into the YouTube video, right? Or feed it into Twitch, or both, dude. Like for me, I would always feed it into the YouTube video, and then I'm like, okay, if these people are really ride or die for the shit, then they'll come over to the Twitch.
Let's face it, eating a caterpillar is gonna get a lot of views as a punishment. Now these videos should go on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and anywhere else that you can think of, all pointing viewers back to your Twitch stream.
Also, that shit will be dead for a while. YouTube channel, dead for a while. TikTok, dead for a while. Instagram, dead for a while. They might kill your shit for a while, dude. This short, or after even you've had some success. My short form videos, most of them get over 1,000 views, right? But sometimes I will be working on something and I'll like upload one randomly and then I'll wait an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, I'll upload another one, do that all day. All of them will get 0 views. Sometimes the algorithm just doesn't fuck with what you're uploading. Some of my long form videos, 3 views, some of them 3,000 views. It really just depends on how the video hits the algorithm, when it hits the algorithm. And something that I've realized, it doesn't really matter when you upload content. All of my best performing videos started performing well like a day or more after I uploaded it. Like never have I had a video on the YouTube channel that has done really well that went off the rip. I mean, like maybe like within like a couple of hours, but never like from the rip other than short form. And even still short form, the way that YouTube shorts work is they test it. They test it in the water and then it'll like kind of like grow and then they'll like test it again if it did really well. And then you'll see another. And then if you're doing good, it'll keep doing that over and over again. And then it'll consistently just be up more. So, yeah.
Now, I know this is going to take a lot more work than just going live.
If you want to be a big streamer, you do this. If you want to be like one of the biggest streamers, you do this shit. That's also something that I came to terms with, like doing more like, I guess you could say lazy streams now is like, I'm like, dude, I don't want to be a fucking 5K, 10K, 20K viewer Andy, really. I think that would be too much pressure for me. Like my all-time goal is if like I could have, I don't know, 200 or 300 viewers, dude. Like that is my all-time goal for Twitch streaming. I guess I should shoot for the stars some more. So maybe I'll just start saying 1,000 average viewers, right? Because that would put me in a certain echelon. I'd probably collab with a lot of content creators that I really like and get on the podcasts that I watch. But I'm not going like my content. I'm like, okay, I can make this content, and if it hits the algorithm right, and I can stay consistent with it, I could probably average 50 viewers sometime in the next 2 years, and then just continue to grow on it and continue to make more content and figure things out, and I will eventually get where I want to be, right? So yeah, I think if you're trying to be a big content creator and grow as fast as possible, this is the strat, without a doubt.
But you saw the numbers you're up against. There's more streamers than actual viewers. They're just not good. To beat the odds, you have to be flat out more prepared and better than the rest.
Yes.
And with this strategy...
Well, to be honest with you, if you do this, you're probably already in the top. Even if you're not like a great personality on camera yet or on stream or whatever, you're probably already in the top like 1 to 2% of streamers. Like without a doubt already for like entertainment value. And then if you get good and you're like funny, then yes, there's like no way that people won't somewhat start to flock to you if you can get in the algorithm correctly. If you can start getting on the recommended from time to time, or you have some streamers that will raid you and shit, like yeah, dude, you're gonna be going crazy, dude. I feel like you said something else that I was gonna say something to. I forget.
You won't have to stream for 6 hours every single
True.
day.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say watch back your streams. Watch bigger streamers, watch back your streams, and try and make notes of what you can do to make them better. I'd also say, dude, some people say it's lame, but I literally, like, I have a notes app called Bits to Do, where I just write down all the funniest shit that I think I can use in multiple scenarios, right? Or somewhat multiple scenarios. And then I'll look at it every now and then. Like, maybe before stream, or maybe when I take a BRB or something like that, I'll look at it and be like, okay, I'm gonna try and implement this one a little bit. Which is also, like, some of them, this one is, I feel like you listen to the lyrics of Nas, which is literally, I just took that from Troy Bond when he was roasting someone in chat, and I was like, yeah, this will actually probably be funny if I say it to like the right person in Twitch chat. So yeah, dude.
2 well-planned streams a week will be more than enough.
Yes.
And personally, I'd probably go with 1. And to hedge your bets even more, you can multi-stream on Twitch and YouTube.
I think that's good. I would not be attached to an outcome on any other. I actually wouldn't be attached to any outcome on any stream. Just try. Be like, I'm gonna eat shit for 6 months. If me saying you're gonna eat shit streaming for 6 months deters you, maybe it's not for you. Try it. Go for it. Try it, dude. Try it. But if that deters you, then that should be like an immediate like, oh, well, maybe there's something else I want to do. I think, again, a lot of these people think that, like, and I see it with literally everyone. People think that getting on stream is just playing games and trying to be funny, which is low-key my strategy. But a lot of people just play all the popular multiplayer games with their friends. I think that's another thing, and this is... should have realized this at the start. I guess it kind of plays into his video. Wow, crazy screenshot, by the way. Or crazy frame here. Don't always, even if you're gonna go my route where you play just games and you don't particularly do challenges or whatever, right? Content, don't just play games with your friends, because one, it is hard to let your personality shine through, right? Especially if you're a little bit quieter, right? And two, that means the entire audience, especially if you're not playing with people from your chat, your entire audience has to enjoy those people's personalities. I've stopped watching streams because there's one of my favorite streamers playing with a streamer that I think is annoying. Now, what the fuck do you think they're going to do to your boy that you play CSGO with that occasionally slips the N-word in a combo? You're going to be like, fuck this guy. Fuck. So I would say if you are playing with people on stream, either make it viewers or make it people that you know are funny that will not make viewers uncomfortable. Don't play with loose cannons. Unless you're also a loose cannon, you're going to feed off that energy, and chat knows to feed off that energy with you, which is low-key what I do sometimes. But I'm not like so much of a loose cannon where you're like, I need to make a Twitter post about this guy. I would not recommend playing with those type of people.
So there you have it. You know what you're up against and how to beat the odds. Are you up for it? Let me know what you think down in the comments. And if you want to see how to multi-stream for free
OBS the Rumble, okay.
in OBS, you should check this video out.
You know, I was considering Rumble the other day. Not because I think it would particularly fit in there, but I think because why the fuck not, dude? If I have enough internet speed, as much as we might diss YouTube, I had 3 people over the weekend in my live stream who said, I'm so glad YouTube recommended your channel. New subs thanks to YouTube. Never got one on Twitch. What's this guy up to here? Okay, dude. Oh, he does music stuff? That is sick. I'm dropping him a sub right fucking now. That's cool though, dude. That's really fucking cool. Yeah, I think my thing right now is I'm like slowly converting people over to YouTube, right? But I think the main thing is it's mostly shorts, which is why I'm going kind of hard on long form. I've been uploading 3 a day, but when I saw the most long form growth, I was doing like, last year I was doing like 4 to 8 a day. And that's when I got like 500 subs in 1 month. Oh, good morning, Chuck. Oh my God, I keep forgetting to do that bit on stream. Oh my God, speaking of bits to do on stream, that one's fire. Look like a freaker. I could even get, whenever my ear isn't hurting, I can get my headphones even lower. My bad. All right, anyways, yeah, that's probably the closer of the video right there. I'll see you freaking, wait, hold on. Let me read this really quickly though. My stream summary yesterday says I had 5 viewers. I feel like 2 of those must have been real, so I must be doing something right. Love that video, man. Good advice. Yes, officer, this man right here. What the? In my experience, subscribers that support me are streamers themselves. I either knew them or they enjoyed my unique take on content programming. The resubs are also the same, 2 or 3 subscribers month by month. So what I recommend, once you snag your initial dedicated resubs, keep them engaged, ask them questions, and I mean, make sure your audience, like, as long as they aren't hindering you or holding you back from content that you're trying to do, ask them what they want to see. Do you do everything at OBS or do you edit your videos after? Or recording in OBS then fully edited? Yeah, that's what I did. Not a Twitcher, but here for support. Thanks for sharing your awesome knowledge, Michael. Aw. Interesting. I have far more growth on Twitch than YouTube. I have a bot blocker over there as well because I'd like real followers. Okay. I have the ability to have affiliate, raid into other channels, and provide interactive alerts, etc. faster on Twitch. I'm growing slowly on YouTube, but it's getting better. I'm testing out posting 3 shorts a day. I've not tried making long form content yet. See, that's your problem. Yeah, dude, short form's great if it can hit, right? Like for me, again, it's like shooting baskets. Cause like realistically, a short could hit on, especially because I'm uploading to Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, right? Short could hit. It could be life changing, right? But there is a lot of them that are going to be absolute fucking duds or stinkers. And also you got to learn like what does well on what platform, right? And like what is going to do the best. But long form. If you can get somebody in for a couple of minutes and they're like vibing with you already, they're like, oh fuck. Yeah, this guy's got a Twitch, so I can do his Twitch chat. Okay, I'm in. I made some like really good friends from YouTube content actually. My homie you found, yeah, literally from YouTube.